what was going through your mind? Why did you decide to head out on the streets and wake skate or wakeboard through the flood? Like, did you, what was your intention? What were you thinking?
Yeah, the floods was always like, it didn't intend to be a massive stunt or a big YouTube video that I'm like trying to gain a lot of attention. I've just been every Wednesday I post a clip called Wakeskate Wednesday under the hashtag, and that's just to promote and push wake skating, which is like I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. And then the night of the whole flooding, the night before that I was actually looking for floods too, and like I was driving around like Sukapi Ban 5, Sukapi Ban 5, and like I couldn't find any water and this and that, and it came into the next day, and my like girlfriend was scrolling on Facebook and she saw like it was flooding in one area. And it's not like I like want to go and hit every flooded spot in Thailand. It was like, oh cool, like I just want to go and hit this like while it's there, because I recently just got like an electric winch, which is kind of like I don't know, you pull out this long rope that's on a spool, and then you've got an electric motor that will reel me in. So I wasn't using my car to like pull me behind like on the street. Like a lot of people think I was driving my car.
So you were just being pulled.
Yeah, my car was parked.
Even I thought that.
Yeah, so my car was parked to the side of the sidewalk, and I would walk this rope out on a spool. And then give a guy like a thumbs up, and he's in the car with like a little controller.
Reeling you in.
Yeah, just reeling me in, kind of like fishing. Like,
so I think I got confused with this as well. So normally, what anyone would think is that you're hooked up to the back of a pickup truck and someone's speeding down the road.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a parked car, and you're just actually being reeled in a straight line.
Yeah, exactly. It's reeled in a straight line. I have control of where I'm gonna put the rope and see what people are coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of just a random spur of the moment. I just wanted to have a good Wakeskate Wednesday clip. I didn't want to think like, oh, it's gonna go. I didn't even think it was gonna go super viral. I just thought the wakeboarding community would be like, oh yes, nice. He went wake skating in the floods. And then I put it to the point of like, okay, I did a few tricks and did that, and I was like, oh, I know someone's gonna comment, why didn't you do a kickflip? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a kickflip. And posted the clip. Waited, and didn't expect it to blow up. And then once it started blowing up, I was like, I'm not touching it anymore.
Because this was a normal flood. This was not those major floods that were really devastating Bangkok. Those came much later. So it's been a little bit. It's been a while. This was just normal day, heavy rain, normal flood.
Yeah, it was no deeper than no higher than my knee height. Like at the deep parts, I guess it would be like near my knee, and then shallow like below the ankle. But
and there were no pedestrians walking on the street.
No, I had no pedestrians walking. There was the motorbikes that were driving on the wrong side. That was about it. And then just regular cars driving past. And
I mean, I saw like a couple of cars or buses like as you went by them, but I'd also like to give you a little bit of credit. Like I have a feeling like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I did for sure. Like a lot of people ask me why didn't I like jump and slide the bus, and then other people are like, oh, he's going to get hit by the bus. So there's like a lot of people that like have seen my wakeboarding and they guess and know my ability, and then some people who have like I've just seen it for the first time, and they're like, oh my god, I see all this danger.
Because look, I can completely get it. Like for people who are just at home, who don't do sports or much sports, they'd look at the video and be like, oh, what if he falls down? What if he hurts himself? What if he crashes into a bus or a car and hurts someone else? Unlikely to happen. However, it's a possibility. So maybe, people always on the safer side. So I get that. So eventually what happened is the video goes out. It goes nuts. It goes viral throughout the whole country. Every Thai media picks up on it. I mean, Bangkok Post, Khao Sot, Thaiger. Everyone picks up on it. Everyone's talking about it. I think the problem was that the fact that the video went viral and people felt like they needed to make an example out of this situation and out of you, so that it's like, oh, let's not talk about the flood. Let's talk about what he's doing with the flood. So the Thaiger Provincial Court handed you a 1-month suspended jail term and fined you 5,000 baht after being found guilty of traffic violations and obstructing traffic. I think one police officer was later also, or one official was quoted saying something along the lines of like, you might have caused danger to people walking by or something. And I was like, it was raining and it was extremely flooded. Why would anyone even walk on
the
those
reasons
roads?
were very obscure.
But do you think it was a harsh punishment or judgment?
I mean, I think the 5,000 baht is, I mean, it's like it's payable, but I mean, it's definitely it's 10 times what a normal traffic charge would be. Like if you're speeding or if you're just doing something wrong on the road, it's 500 baht.
Yeah.
I don't understand that I got charged 10 times the amount and put on a 1-year probation or 2-year probation.
Oh, are you on probation
now?
Not
probation, but it's like, what's it? I guess my 1 month suspended jail is if I
behave
do
yourself,
break the law, that my jail time is applied along with whatever law I'd broken.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that's kind of insane, but I had to almost get that cleared as fast as I could because the next 2 days after I went to the court, I was flying to America for a competition.
Okay.
So I was like, I can't
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, I had no time to really fight the case, and I was like, well, if I just have to do this and I can move on, and yes, like I'm all happy with that.
I think you're right. Most people would have just been like, okay, 5,000 baht, fine, I'll pay this. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I did the wrong.
I didn't expect to break a law or be on the wrong side of the road.
Did you know you were breaking the law?
Not necessarily, because I go winching in the rivers and the klongs and all that a lot of the time, and I've asked the police when I was there. I was like, can I still go in like these like klongs and all these waters? Not really in Bangkok, but outside of Bangkok it's a bit cleaner.
Yeah, I was thinking about you do that in the canals here, man.
Yeah, the canals, these ones are gnarly, but a little bit outside where all the rice farms and stuff like that, they're all pumping like all the water there, so that's actually got some good flow.
So how long after the event did you realize that, I think I'm in a little bit of trouble here? Like, did someone contact you or someone show up at your house?
5 days after I posted the video, I believe, and I was just letting it blow up. I wasn't even really replying to the comments because I was like, if I reply to one, I'm going to have to reply to all of them. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it just do its thing, because I was already kind of busy doing more stuff, filming and writing in my own, because I posted the thing and I didn't sit there reading everything or dealing with it. I just kept going on, and I was like, oh, Wakeskate Wednesday's coming up next week anyway. I got to make a new clip. Yeah. And wait, what was it again? What were we talking?
So did someone show up at your house?
Yeah,
or when did you realize that I'm in a little bit of trouble?
So it was like 5 days afterwards. I was sitting at home, I don't know, I heard my dog barking from outside. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? So I ran out, and 5 policemen outside.
Oh wow.
Like, can we have a word?
Okay.
They're not in official clothing.
Not in uniform.
Not in uniform, just kind of black clothing. And I was like, can we have a chat? And I was like, wait, what? They're like, oh, you've broken the law. You've done this. I was like, you need to go to the station. I was like, no, what do you mean? So I kind of, at first I was very skeptical and kind of refused, because I was like, well, I don't have any proof.
You are.
No proof of who they are. They didn't bring any piece of paper saying what I'd done. They just said, you need to go to the station. So I almost thought it was a setup, or especially I called my dad, and they're like, well, there's probably news and cameras there, and just they're just going to blow your story out of proportion.
Yeah.
And I couldn't handle that, I guess. Like I was saying, my Thai is it's good, but it's not good enough to push through a whole news crowd and tell them my whole story. Mm-hmm. So I was like, it's really cool to have your opportunity here where you're podcasting me, where I can kind of have an English-speaking way to get through my story, because on Thai it would be so hard for me.
No, I get that, man.
So yeah, 5 police came. After the 5 police came, they gave me the document the next day.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I went to the police station, met the police, talked to them, and told me what I needed to go and pay. They offered to take me in their, I don't know, their police car, the cage car, to take me to court. And I was like, oh no, we can go in my own car. It'll be all right. And then, got out the station. They were really nice to me after that. I was eating sticky rice and somtam with the policemen.
Okay.
Getting on their good side. I was like, hey,
nice.
They were like, hey, come wakeboard me with in front of my, I don't know, my lake for Loy Krathong.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
If you guys want me doing stuff and it's okay, I'm more than happy to do it. Just don't get me in trouble for doing it on the road again.